Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mandell. If you're over 60, listen carefully because what I'm about to share with you can change your life. One of the most silent but dangerous problems we face as we age is sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength. It creeps in slowly, and before you know it, walking upstairs feels harder, lifting groceries feels heavier, and you find yourself feeling weaker and more tired each day. But here's the great news. You can stop sarcopenia naturally, even while you sleep, just by eating the right foods before bed. If you are over the age of 60, I want you to stop and listen very carefully. There's something happening inside your body right now, whether you realize it or not. It doesn't scream at you. It doesn't announce itself overnight. But slowly, day by day, week by week, year by year, it starts to rob you of your independence, your mobility, and your strength. This condition is called sarcopenia, and sarcopenia is nothing more than the gradual loss of muscle mass as we get older. Now here's the truth. Sarcopenia does not care how active you once were. It doesn't care if you worked hard all your life, if you exercised when you were younger, or if you've always been strong. As we age, our bodies naturally begin to break down muscle faster than we can rebuild it. And if we don't take action, sarcopenia will slowly strip away our ability to live the life we want. Think about it. When you wake up in the morning and notice that climbing stairs feels harder than it used to, when you find yourself sitting down to rest more often, when carrying the groceries from the car seems heavier than it should be, these are the little signs that sarcopenia is creeping in. And the truth is, it doesn't just affect your strength, it affects your balance, it affects your energy, it increases your risk of falls and injuries, it makes you feel older than you really are. But let me tell you something important. Just because sarcopenia is common does not mean it is normal. And just because it happens to many people over 60 does not mean you have to accept it. You are not powerless against muscle loss. You are not destined to become weaker and weaker as the years go by. You have control. You have the ability to stop sarcopenia in its tracks and even reverse it by giving your body what it needs. Now here's something fascinating. Sarcopenia doesn't happen all at once. Studies show that after the age of 30, we begin losing about 3-5% of our muscle mass every decade. That means by the time you are 60, 70, or 80 years old, you may have lost a significant portion of the muscle you had in your youth. But the human body is remarkable. It never stops responding to the right care. It never stops rebuilding when you give it the right fuel and the right environment. Think of your muscles like a bank account. When you were young, you had a big balance. You were depositing strength every time you played sports, lifted heavy objects, or worked hard physically. But as you age, little by little, withdrawals are being made. Sarcopenia is like a silent thief taking small amounts every day. The good news is that you can still make deposits. You can still rebuild that account. You can still strengthen and protect your muscles at any age. One of the biggest misconceptions people have is thinking that weakness is just a natural part of aging, that is something we can't avoid. That is not true. Weakness is not the same as aging. Yes, our bodies change as we get older, but sarcopenia is preventable, it is manageable, and it starts with knowledge. When you understand what's happening in your body, you can take action to protect yourself. Now, why does sarcopenia happen in the first place? Well, as we age, our hormones begin to shift. We produce less growth hormone, less testosterone, less estrogen. These hormones play a key role in building and maintaining muscle. On top of that, many people eat less protein as they get older, when in fact they need more. Others become more sedentary, moving less, exercising less, using their muscles less. And remember this golden rule, what you don't use, you lose. If muscles are not challenged, they shrink. And when they shrink, they weaken. But here's the hope I want to give you. Even if you are 60, 70, or 80 years old, even if you already feel weaker than you used to, your muscles are still alive. They are still listening. They are still ready to respond. And that means with the right foods, the right activity, and the right nightly habits, you can rebuild what you thought was gone. Imagine waking up with more energy, feeling stronger in your legs, able to get out of a chair with ease, climb stairs without struggling, walk longer distances without fatigue. Imagine being able to play with your grandchildren, carry your groceries without help, and live with independence. That is not a dream. That is a choice. That is the power of protecting yourself against sarcopenia. So remember, sarcopenia is not just about losing muscle. It's about losing confidence. It's about losing freedom. And that is why I want you to take this seriously, because once you understand the enemy, you can defeat it. Once you know what is happening, you can take simple steps to protect yourself. The earlier you start, the better, but it is never too late. I've seen people in their 70s and 80s who made simple changes, adjusted their diets, added the right foods before bed, moved their bodies more often, and within weeks, they started to feel stronger. Within months, they looked and felt like new people. So let this message stay in your heart. Sarcopenia may be common, but it does not define you. Weakness is not your destiny. You are stronger than you think. You have more potential than you realize. And if you give your body the right tools, it will fight for you, it will rebuild for you, and it will reward you with strength, vitality, and independence. This is why I speak about this topic so passionately, because I've seen the suffering that comes when people don't know the truth. And I've seen the transformation when people do, and I want you to be on the side of transformation. I want you to feel that power within you. I want you to wake up every day knowing that your body is working for you, not against you. So yes, sarcopenia is real. Yes, it is dangerous, but it is not stronger than you. Take this message, take it seriously, and take action. Because the life you want, the strength you desire, the independence you value, it is still within your reach. When it comes to stopping sarcopenia, when it comes to protecting your muscles as you age, one of the most powerful things you can do is give your body the right type of protein at the right time. And the best time to do this is before you go to sleep at night. Why? Because your body does its greatest repair work while you're sleeping. This is when your muscles are rebuilding. This is when your tissues are healing. And if you give your body the right fuel before bed, you are setting yourself up for strength, for healing, and for longevity. Now, not all proteins are created equal. Many people eat protein during the day, maybe with lunch or dinner, and that is good. But here's something most people don't realize. The type of protein you eat at night matters. Your body needs a protein that digests slowly, something that will release amino acids into your bloodstream little by little, hour after hour, while you're asleep. And that is where casein comes in. Casein is a slow-digesting protein found in foods like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, and milk. When you eat these foods before bed, the protein breaks down very gradually, giving your muscles a steady supply of the building blocks they need to repair and grow. Imagine it like this. Your muscles are like a construction site, and the workers are trying to rebuild and repair damaged areas. If you give them all the supplies at once, they use a little, and the rest gets wasted. But if you deliver the supplies slowly throughout the entire night, the workers always have exactly what they need. That is exactly what casein does for your muscles. This is why casein is so important in preventing sarcopenia. After 60, your muscles are breaking down faster than they used to. Every night when you sleep, your body enters a fasting state. If you don't give it the right fuel, your body will actually start breaking down more muscle tissue to get the amino acids it needs. That means you could be losing muscle while you sleep, but by adding casein-rich foods at night, you flip the script. Instead of breaking down, your body is building up. Instead of getting weaker, you are getting stronger even in your sleep. Think about how powerful that is. You don't need to run a marathon. You don't need to spend hours in the gym. You don't even need to change your entire diet. You just need to give your body one small serving of the right protein at night, and you are literally feeding your muscles while you rest. That is how you fight sarcopenia. That is how you keep your body strong and functional as you age. Now let me explain why casein is different from other proteins. Many people eat foods like chicken, fish, or whey protein shakes. These are excellent sources of protein, but they digest quickly. That means your body gets a big burst of amino acids, but it doesn't last through the night. Within a few hours, your body runs out, and then it has nothing left to use for muscle repair. Casein, on the other hand, digests slowly over 6-8 hours. This slow release ensures your muscles are being nourished the entire time you're asleep. And here's something else important. As we age, our bodies actually become less efficient at using protein. That means the same amount of protein you ate in your 30s does not have the same effect in your 60s or 70s. Your body needs more of it, and it needs it in a form that will work for you, not against you. Casein is one of the most efficient proteins you can give your body in the fight against sarcopenia. So what can you do practically? It's very simple. Before bed, take a small bowl of Greek yogurt or a scoop of cottage cheese or even a glass of milk if that's what you prefer. You don't need a lot, just enough to give your body that steady release of protein while you sleep. And if you want to make it even more powerful, you can add a handful of nuts or seeds on top. That way you're not only getting protein, but also healthy fats, magnesium, and other nutrients that support muscle repair and better sleep. Some people might worry about eating before bed, thinking it will make them gain weight, but I want you to understand something. A small serving of protein at night is not going to make you gain fat. In fact, it will do the opposite. By protecting your muscle mass, you are actually boosting your metabolism. The more muscle you preserve, the more calories your body naturally burns, even when you are sitting or sleeping. So instead of hurting your health, this habit is one of the most protective things you can do. And let's not forget about the emotional side of this. Sarcopenia doesn't just make you weaker physically, it can make you feel discouraged, frustrated, even fearful. You may start to avoid activities you used to love. You may feel like your independence is slipping away. But when you know that something as simple as eating a bowl of yogurt or cottage cheese before bed can help stop muscle loss, you feel empowered again. You realize you are not helpless. You realize you can fight back. So remember this, your muscles are still listening to you. They don't stop responding just because you are older. They still want to be nourished, they still want to be used, and they still want to be strong. By giving them casein-rich foods before bed, you are giving your body a powerful message. You are telling it to grow, to repair, to stay strong. This is not about perfection. This is not about strict diets or complicated rules. This is about one small step that makes a huge difference. Every night you choose to nourish your body with slow digesting protein, you are protecting your future. You are investing in your independence. You are building a stronger tomorrow. So as you get ready for bed tonight, ask yourself this simple question: have I given my muscles the fuel they need to repair while I sleep? If the answer is no, then let this be the night you start, because the body you build while you sleep is the body that will carry you tomorrow. If there is one mineral that most people over the age of 60 are not getting enough of, it is magnesium. And this is a serious problem because magnesium is one of the most important nutrients your body needs, not just for your heart, not just for your nerves, not just for your energy, but especially for your muscles. Without magnesium, your muscles cannot function the way they are supposed to. Without magnesium, your body cannot fight sarcopenia effectively. Now let's talk about what happens inside the body. Every time your muscle contracts, every time you take a step, lift a bag, or even get out of a chair, your muscles are using calcium to tighten and magnesium to relax. Think of calcium as the accelerator and magnesium as the brake. If you only have the accelerator and no brake, the car crashes. In the same way, if your body is low in magnesium, your muscles cannot relax properly. That's why so many people experience muscle cramps, spasms, or tightness at night. The magnesium is more than just a relaxation mineral. Magnesium actually helps your body sleep deeper, and sleep is when your muscles do their most important repair work. When you fall into deep restorative sleep, your body releases growth hormone. This hormone is like the master switch for muscle repair and rebuilding. But here's the problem. If you are magnesium deficient, you don't sleep deeply. You toss and turn. You wake up during the night. And when your sleep is shallow, your body cannot release enough growth hormone. That means less repair, more breakdown, and faster progression of sarcopenia. So here's the good news. When you start eating magnesium-rich foods, you improve two things at once. You relax your muscles so they don't cramp and tighten, and you sleep deeper so your body can release the hormones that protect your muscles. This is one of the most powerful natural ways to stop muscle loss after 60. Now, what foods are rich in magnesium? Some of the very best are almonds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, spinach, kale, and other dark leafy greens. Even beans and whole grains contain good amounts of magnesium. The beauty of these foods is that they don't just give you magnesium, they give you fiber, healthy fats, protein, and antioxidants that help fight inflammation in your body. And remember, inflammation is another factor that accelerates muscle loss. Imagine this: before bed, you take a small bowl of Greek yogurt for your protein, and then you sprinkle a handful of pumpkin seeds or almonds on top. Not only are you getting casein protein to repair your muscles, but you are also giving your body magnesium to relax your muscles and help you sleep better. That is a 1-2 punch against sarcopenia, and it is so simple. Now I want to emphasize something very important. Magnesium is not just about muscles. Magnesium supports over 300 processes in your body. It helps regulate blood sugar, supports healthy blood pressure, improves your energy production, and calms your nervous system. This is why when people finally start getting enough magnesium, they don't just feel stronger, they feel calmer, they sleep better, and they have more energy throughout the day. It is a complete life upgrade from one single nutrient. But here is the reality. Most people, especially seniors, are deficient in magnesium. Why? Because our modern diets are often lacking in whole foods. Many people eat more processed foods which strip magnesium out. On top of that, stress depletes magnesium. Certain medications like diuretics or acid blockers can also lower magnesium levels. And over time, this deficiency becomes deeper and deeper, making it harder for your body to function properly. This is why I urge you to make magnesium-rich foods part of your daily routine. Every time you eat a handful of almonds, every time you enjoy some dark leafy greens, every time you add seeds into your meals, you are giving your body the raw material it desperately needs to keep your muscles healthy. You are telling your body, I am supporting you, I am protecting you, I am helping you stay strong. Think about the difference this can make in your daily life. Instead of waking up tired, stiff, and sore, you wake up refreshed with less pain, with more strength. Instead of being afraid of cramps or weakness, you move with more confidence. And instead of feeling that aging is taking something away from you, you feel like you are taking back control. I want you to remember this truth. Aging is not just about counting years. Aging is about choices. Every choice you make, every bite of food you take is either moving you closer to strength or closer to weakness. And magnesium is one of those choices that can make a dramatic difference in your quality of life. And let me tell you something else. Magnesium works synergistically with protein. That means when you combine them, the benefits multiply. Protein gives your muscles the building blocks, while magnesium gives your muscles the ability to use those building blocks properly. This is why when I talk about stopping sarcopenia, I always emphasize a combination of both. It's not about one magic food. It's about creating the right environment in your body for healing and repair. So as you prepare for bed tonight, think about what you are giving your body. Are you giving it the tools it needs to repair and restore itself, or are you leaving it empty-handed? A handful of almonds, a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds, or a few bites of dark leafy greens earlier in the evening can completely change the way your body heals while you sleep. And here's the most important part. It's never too late. Even if you've been deficient in magnesium for years, even if you've been struggling with cramps, weakness, or poor sleep, the moment you start supplying your body with magnesium-rich foods, your body responds. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, or even 80, your muscles are still alive, your nerves are still active, your body is still listening. Give it magnesium and it will reward you with strength, relaxation, and better sleep. So take this message to heart. Sarcopenia is not stronger than you. Your body has the tools it needs to fight back. All you have to do is supply them. Start tonight. Add magnesium-rich foods to your routine. Give your muscles the chance to relax, to repair, and to rebuild while you sleep. Because remember, your future strength depends on the choices you make today. And one of the most powerful choices you can make is to nourish your body with magnesium. When it comes to protecting your muscles after the age of 60, one of the most overlooked but powerful nutrients you can give your body is omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats are truly miraculous because they don't just protect your heart and brain, they also play a major role in the way your muscles respond to the protein you eat. And this is critical because if your muscles cannot use the protein you give them, that protein is wasted. But when you bring omega-3 SINs into your diet, it's like flipping a switch that makes your muscles more sensitive, more responsive, and more capable of rebuilding themselves. Now let's talk about what happens in the body as we age. Sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass, isn't only about not eating enough protein, it's also about how well your body can use that protein. As we get older, our cells become less responsive to the signals that tell them to grow and repair. This is sometimes called anabolic resistance. It means your muscles don't listen as well as they used to. You can be eating protein, but your muscles aren't responding the way they did when you were younger. This is where omega-3 fatty acids come in. These powerful nutrients actually help your muscles listen again. They improve the signaling pathways in your body, making your muscles more sensitive to amino acids from protein. Imagine shouting into a room where no one is listening. Your voice goes unheard. That's what happens to protein without omega-3 SES. But when omega-3 SES are present, suddenly the room goes quiet, everyone's ears open, and your message is heard loud and clear. That's how omega-3 SES work with protein in your body. They allow your muscles to hear the message to grow and repair. But omega-3 SES do more than just improve protein efficiency. They also fight inflammation, and inflammation is one of the biggest enemies of your muscles. When your body is inflamed, it is constantly under stress. Inflammation damages tissues, slows recovery, and interferes with the way your muscles repair themselves. And as you age, chronic inflammation becomes more common. It's one of the reasons so many seniors feel stiff, sore, and weak. Omega-3 fatty acids calm down that inflammation. They soothe your body on a cellular level. They help your muscles recover faster. They make your joints feel looser, your body feel lighter, and your energy flow more freely. This is why people who start eating more omega-3 soft often report less stiffness, less pain, and more strength in their day-to-day lives. So where can you get these powerful omega-3 fatty acids? You don't have to complicate this. Some of the richest sources are chia seeds, flax seeds, walnuts, and fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. Even a small serving of these foods each day can make a remarkable difference. For example, sprinkling chia seeds or flax seeds into your yogurt before bed doesn't just add protein and fiber, it adds omega-3 Cs that make that protein work harder for you. A handful of walnuts as an evening snack can calm inflammation while preparing your body for deep repair during the night. Think of omega-3 SES as the oil that keeps your body's machine running smoothly. Without it, the gears grind, the parts wear down, and the system slows. With it, everything moves with ease, and the system lasts longer. That is exactly what omega-3 SES do for your muscles and joints. They keep everything moving, repairing, and functioning as it should. Now here's something very important to understand. Most people today eat far too many omega-6 fatty acids and not nearly enough omega-3 SES. Omega-6s are found in processed oils, fried foods, and packaged snacks. While omega-6 is not bad in itself, too much of it creates more inflammation in the body. And when you have more inflammation, sarcopenia speeds up. The key is to rebalance your body by increasing omega-3s. When you bring in more omega-3 rich foods, you tip the balance back toward healing and repair. Another benefit of omega-3 SES circulation. They help your blood flow more freely, delivering oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. The better your circulation, the better your muscles can rebuild themselves. If your blood is thick and sluggish, your muscles starve. If your blood flows smoothly, your muscles thrive. Omega-3 cysts make your blood more fluid, your vessels more flexible, and your tissues more nourished. This is why when I recommend a bedtime muscle protecting snack, I often say Greek yogurt or cottage cheese for the slow protein, almonds or pumpkin seeds for the magnesium, and chia seeds or walnuts for the omega-3 set. That combination is like a prescription for muscle protection while you sleep. You are giving your body protein to rebuild, magnesium to relax and sleep deeper, and omega-3 set to make everything work better, calmer, and more efficiently. Now I want you to imagine this picture. You're 60, 70, maybe even 80 years old. You've noticed your strength slipping away over the years. You've felt weaker, maybe you've even stumbled or struggled with balance, but now you begin to add the right foods at night. Over weeks, your muscles feel stronger. You wake up with less stiffness. You have more energy to get through the day. You start moving with confidence again. That is not just a dream. That is what happens when you use simple natural nutrients like omega-3 sets to fight back against sarcopenia. It's important to remember this. It's not about perfection. It's not about strict rules or complicated diets. It's about making better choices consistently. Every time you choose walnuts over chips, chia seeds over cookies, or salmon over fried chicken, you are giving your body the tools it needs to stay strong. These small choices add up to huge results over time. And don't forget, your body is never too old to respond, even if you feel like you've lost too much strength, even if you feel like your best days are behind you, your muscles are still alive, your cells are still listening, and your body is still ready to respond. Omega-3s help open those pathways again, making your muscles more sensitive, more alive, and more capable of rebuilding. So take this to heart. Sarcopenia may be common, but it is not your destiny. Inflammation may be everywhere, but it is not unstoppable. Your body is resilient. It is designed to heal. And when you give it the nourishment it craves, when you give it omega-3 fatty acids, you are unlocking that healing power inside of you. Start tonight. Add a spoonful of chia seeds to your yogurt. Enjoy a handful of walnuts, or plan a meal with salmon or sardines this week. Every step you take is a step towards strength, independence, and vitality. When it comes to protecting your muscles after 60, you don't need a complicated plan. You don't need fancy supplements or expensive programs. What you need is a simple routine, something you can do every single night, something that becomes second nature, something that works with your body while you rest. Because remember, your body does its best healing while you are asleep. And if you give it the right fuel before bed, you are literally stopping sarcopenia in its tracks while you dream. So let me give you a very simple bedtime routine. This is not complicated. This is not overwhelming. This is something every one of you can do. Start with a small serving of Greek yogurt or cottage cheese. Why? Because this gives you casein protein. Casein is slow digesting. It doesn't flood your body all at once. It trickles amino acids into your bloodstream hour after hour, feeding your muscles all night long. While you are resting, casein is quietly rebuilding your strength. Instead of losing muscle while you sleep, you are repairing and preserving it. Now, I don't want you to think you need a giant bowl. You don't. Just a small serving is enough. A few spoonfuls of yogurt or half a cup of cottage cheese is all it takes. It's not about quantity, it's about consistency. When you do this night after night, your body learns to expect it, your muscles depend on it, and your strength is preserved. Next, add a handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds. These are rich in magnesium, and magnesium is essential for your muscles to relax and for your body to sleep deeply. When your muscles relax, you avoid cramps and spasms at night, and when your sleep is deeper, your body produces more growth hormone, the very hormone that drives muscle repair and rebuilding. Without magnesium, your sleep suffers. With magnesium, your sleep becomes a powerful tool against sarcopenia. Again, it doesn't need to be a lot. A small handful of nuts or seeds, just enough to give your body that extra mineral support. You can sprinkle them on your yogurt or eat them separately. The point is to make magnesium a part of your nightly ritual. And finally, add a sprinkle of chia seeds, flax seeds, or a few walnuts. These foods are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and omega-3C are the magic switch that makes your muscles more sensitive to the protein you're eating. They calm inflammation, they improve circulation, and they make your body more efficient at using the nutrients you're giving it. Without omega-3Cs, your body doesn't use protein as well. With omega-3Cs, your muscles listen, they respond, they grow stronger. So let's put this together. A small bowl of Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, a handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds, a sprinkle of chia seeds, flax seeds, or a few walnuts on top. That's it. 3 simple steps, 3 simple foods, and yet together they create one of the most powerful muscle-protecting anti-sarcopenia meals you could ever eat. Now I want you to imagine yourself a few weeks from now. You've been following this simple routine every night. You wake up with less stiffness. You notice your legs feel stronger when you climb the stairs. You find it easier to stand up from a chair. Your energy is better throughout the day. You feel more stable, more confident, more alive. That is not a fantasy. That is the reality of what happens when you feed your body the right way before bed. And here's the best part. This is not hard. This doesn't require hours of exercise or complicated recipes. You don't have to spend more money. You don't have to change everything about your lifestyle. You just have to be consistent with this one simple routine. Over time, the results build. Night after night, week after week, your muscles stay nourished, your body stays strong, and you keep sarcopenia at bay. Now I want to remind you of something very important. Sarcopenia is not just about losing muscle, it's about losing independence, it's about losing confidence, it's about feeling like life is slipping away from you. But when you take action, when you give your body what it needs, you take back control, you remind yourself that you are not powerless, you remind yourself that you are still in charge of your health, your strength, and your future. Think of this bedtime routine as an investment. Every night you choose to eat these foods, you are depositing into your strength bank. You are building up reserves that will carry you forward. And the more consistent you are, the stronger your foundation becomes. Just as neglecting your muscles leads to weakness, nurturing your muscles leads to vitality. And let me say this clearly, it is never too late to start. Whether you are 60, 70, or 80, your body will respond. Even if you already feel weak, even if you feel like your strength is slipping away, the moment you begin nourishing your body, your muscles begin to listen. Your body begins to heal. Age does not silence your ability to rebuild. Your body is still alive. It is still ready. It is still waiting for you to give it what it needs. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, make this your habit. Take a few spoonfuls of Greek yogurt, add some almonds or pumpkin seeds, sprinkle chia or flax seeds on top. That's it. No pills, no potions, no complicated instructions, just real whole foods that work with your body's natural processes. And when you close your eyes and drift off to sleep, know this, your body is hard at work for you. Your muscles are repairing, your strength is returning, your independence is being preserved. You are not losing muscle while you sleep, you are gaining it. This simple nightly routine is your defense against sarcopenia. It is your path to staying strong, staying active, and staying independent for years to come. And the best part, it tastes good, it feels good, and it works. So I encourage you to start tonight. Make this your ritual because your future health depends on the choices you make today. And this one small choice, repeated night after night, can change your life.